We have an intruder attacking the garden. Hey friends, thanks for joining me today in my garden. I want to remind you that desert roses really are low maintenance plants. If you get the right soil and you set up a watering schedule based on your soil, they don't need a lot of attention. However, it's important to regularly check your plants. I like to come out just to see if anything is blooming. And today, I've been trying to grow this one kind of off to the side, do something ornamental. That's why I haven't chopped it yet. But look at this bloom coming in. Is that beautiful or what? That is gorgeous. I love that. And let me show you over here. I got another one that is going to be producing some beautiful blooms here very soon. This plant, I trimmed it a couple months ago, and if you look down here, here's where I cut it, and we can see already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shoots coming off of this plant, and it's blooming here. It's going to bloom here. May or may not get a bloom there. We definitely going to get a bloom right here. That's awesome. And so I like seeing those come in. That's part of it. But as we look over our plants, we start seeing something. I noticed on one of these plants over here from a different part of my garden where I have my smaller grow out table, you can see the soil's all wet because we got a ton of rain. But I started seeing discoloration. And I said, is it too much water? Because again, we've had a ton of rain. But when I looked closer, look here, got a little caterpillar right there. Look at that. I would have missed that, and this thing will consume everything. It will just begin to destroy this plant. And so some people may hit this with a detergent or some sort of bug killing spray, but I think that might take care of it right there. But what we'll do is we'll put this guy on the front here. He's kind of on the watch list, but he's isolated. We're not going to put him near other plants. And as I look at some other plants, look at this one's got some, what's going on here with this guy? I don't know. We gotta keep an eye on this, see what's happening. Make sure we don't have some sort of infestation happening. We gotta keep an eye on these things. We gotta make sure our plants are healthy. And if we look at this guy was an albino that I was positive would not live, but he's making it. The albino is making it. But while I started this video, I saw another plant over here. Let's take a look at another problem that I noticed. Look at this guy. I don't even know what this is. This is somewhat concerning. We don't know what this is. But whatever it is, I don't think I want it growing on my plant. So I'm going to go do some little web searching. Look, we have more under here. Whoopsie. Watch this. Cameraman Carl. Here we go. Okay, see, we've got some more under here. Let's do a little research and figure out what this is and figure out how to treat it. Well, a quick Google search confirmed what I thought this was, and it's basically aphids. Now, aphids are not uncommon, but if you do not treat them, they become a real problem. And the big problem is you don't want it spreading to other plants. And what I use on aphids is this safer insect killer. It's neem oil spray in a spray bottle. I'll link to it in the description. But it's basically neem oil, any kind of neem oil. Some people like to use a combination of dish soap and water. I personally am not that concerned about organic or inorganic. I'm not eating any of this, so that's not a concern to me. But if neem oil works on aphids, then I will use it. And what's really important when you use this stuff is you can't be cheap about it. You want to make sure you coat the plants, but you also want to make sure you get the underside of everything. So we're going to spray it real good on the top. And then we get the back. Look here, look, see how on the bottom? We have it right there on the bottom. Come on, you want to focus. I feel it. I feel it in my spirit. I feel it. Yes. See, so you want to make sure you get all that underneath. Oh, we got it really bad over here. And here's what I will do. With these plants, if I'll spray it, every other day maybe. And if it's still having a problem, I'll simply trim this plant. I'll trim off all of that because those could be trimmed anyways. And I will isolate this plant. I will put it on this side of my garden where I have less plants. It's less dense over here. And we will let it do its thing. And after this, I'm going to go ahead and check other plants and make sure I don't have aphids on anything else. Well, I looked at my plants and I didn't see any other problems. Here's the first guy that had that little worm on it, and so we're going to spray him real good. But what I've decided to do in this little section of my garden is kind of dense, so I'm just going to spray everything down. I'm going to spray the plants with neem oil because we want to kill the bugs dead, and neem oil is inexpensive and non-toxic. Die, bugs, die. But as I was checking my plants here, well, we might as well do these guys over here as well. We don't know what's going on. We don't know. Here's my blue agave. I think they're getting a little bit too much water because it's been raining so much. So here I found this guy, and I don't see any pests. He may be getting overwatered because of where he is, but we just declare life over you, little plant. So we're going to keep an eye on this guy. We're going to put him over here where we'll get a little less water, and we're going to keep an eye on him. If you have a name for him, go ahead and drop it in the comments, and that's what we'll name him. All of my plants in this section of the garden, I track in a database. Because if you remember, I'm growing plants to bonsai them, so I want them big. I track the colors. So when I sell them, you can have a picture of the flowers it produces, even if it isn't flowering at that moment, but it would be a nice, thick plant. So I track them all. So if you have a name for this guy, let me know. And maybe I'll name him that in his tracking. Go ahead and comment below. But I will, again, you can find the neem oil in a link. And if you got any questions, drop it in the comment. Do me a favor, hit the like button. It just helps out with the YouTube algorithms, so that other people can find this video. Hit a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see how these guys do and how their life progresses. And God bless you. Hope you have a great week.